Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be talking about Victor Font because he had some words to say about Laporta, and he also had some very interesting words to say about the Barcelona elections that are to come. And then as well, we're going to be talking about Lamine Yamal as he wins another award. And we're going to be talking about Gavi and Frankie De Jong because there's good news in regards to one player and there's bad news in regards to another. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk about Victor Font because Victor Font, he is a former presidential candidate and he did have some words to say about Laporta. It was some criticism towards him. And, I'm gonna first give you the quotes and then I want to ask you if you guys think it's the right thing to say, if the timing is correct, and what do you guys make of it. But this is what Victor Font had to say in regards to Laporta. 3 years in office, three sporting directors, three coaches, 30 signings, of which only 8 are in the squad. We signed Olmo and we say that Gundo has left for sporting reasons. Why are we deceiving people? Victor Font continues. He said, it has been a disappointing summer, full of broken promises, half-truths, and also lies. Font continues. All the registrations this summer come through exceptions to the rules. What would have happened if Christensen and Araujo had not been injured? How would we have registered Danny Olmo and Inigo? He continues, this board of directors has shown that they don't have the capacity to manage the situation, which is why we are asking for elections to be called for next summer. Now, elections are supposed to happen in the summer of 2026, but Victor Font is asking for elections to be called up a little bit ahead of time. And the last quote I did want to talk to you guys in regards to Victor Font, he says, we do not rule out a motion of no confidence. We are only in favor of putting it forward if red lines are crossed. So basically only in an extreme circumstance. And I'm pretty sure he's saying that because like Barcelona right now, they're doing so well sportingly that, messing that up, bringing up a motion of no confidence, it could disrupt that. But guys, those were the quotes from Victor Font. And I want to ask you guys, what do you guys make of those quotes? When I looked at these quotes, my initial thought was, Victor Font is correct. And everything that he's saying right there, he is speaking truth. Joan Laporta, his tenure in as president has not been perfect. He has done some poor things. He hasn't been perfect, obviously. But looking at Victor Font, I don't know his work, for example, as a potential Barcelona president. I don't know his proposals. I don't know his solutions. I don't know what he would offer to the club, and I do know what Joan Laporta could offer. Joan Laporta, he's already uh, renewing or reconstructing the Spotify can now, remodeling it, and as well, he has significantly lowered the depth that Barcelona have, from over 1 billion to somewhat less than half. He's doing an absolutely great job in there. But there are questions in regards to how he's managing certain things. Obviously, some of the lies that he's telling me, or some of the words that he has been saying, it hasn't been perfect, and so that's something that I would want to know from Victor Font. What are your proposals? What are your solutions? What is Joan Laporta doing that you can do better? Make a PowerPoint slide, make a presentation. I don't know, because whenever you are, advertising yourself, you need to advertise what you would be changing because, it's easy to say and criticize Joan Laporta saying that he's not doing a good job and everything. But if you offer no solutions, then you can't really win me over. And looking at the timing of these quotes, I would have to say, it's props to him for saying these quotes in this moment of time because it would have been very easy for Victor Font to go, when Barcelona, lose a game and when there's frustration in the Barcelona fan base and say, these quotes and everything. But he's choosing a moment in which Barcelona, they are doing well, and it basically takes away from those people saying that he could be an opportunistic if he would say these words if Barcelona they do lose. That's something I do have to give him props. But what do you guys make of Victor Font's words? There is some criticism in there. He has some valid points, but then again, I want to see the solutions that he brings about to the table in order to see if he's the man for the job. Because it's super easy to criticize him, but it's one thing to actually change things. But now, guys, I want to be moving on. I want to be talking about Lamine Yamal because Lamine Yamal, he has won La Liga's U23 Player of the Month award for August. And Lamine Yamal has been absolutely amazing so far in the month of August. He's been absolutely superb, and he's just growing as a player, and it's absolutely fantastic to see him win this award, yet another award. But now, guys, I want to be talking about Deco actually because I didn't mention this in the intro, but Deco, he did have an interview with Barca One, and he did say some very interesting quotes. He talks about Flick, he talks about Dani Olmo, he talks about La Masia, and this is what he had to say in regards to Flick. He says he brings calm. He's a football person who enjoys working, a coach with clear ideas and very demanding. He always knows what needs to be done day by day. I would define him as a hard worker. And you've basically been seeing, Hansi Flick, even, in this international break, look at Barcelona athletic players just looking at them and just seeing what options he has, available to him, knowing Barcelona's injury crisis at the moment. Deco, he talks about selling players. He says there were offers for players, but we were clear that we didn't want to lose any important player. If we've been building a team in recent years, the idea wasn't to dismantle it, but to increase the level, not lowering it. Selling would mean lowering it. Now, that's interesting. I would say though that Deco's work in actually selling players has been left a little bit late. We would have wanted to see these sales a little bit sooner, potentially in the month of June, potentially late July. But no, we saw it towards the end of August actually, when Barcelona they were absolutely scrambling to get registrations over the line. Deco continues. He talks about La Masia. He says, if these young players perform, we wouldn't need to go to the market as much. The idea was to find this balance and understand what we were missing. Within what we had planned, I think we have found the balance. Now, I like that La Masia players are in the squad, and I like that Barcelona are prioritizing La Masia, but there are still positions that need to be strengthened. And Barcelona, they just don't have the profiles in La Masia, and we do need to go out on the market. And what do I mean by that? For example, a left winger, for example, a striker. These are two positions in which Barcelona do need to reinforce, and we just don't have an option available in La Masia. And the last piece of news, the last quote I want to talk to you guys in regards to Deco is in regards to Dani Olmo, because he says he gives us balance in the midfield, offering a different profile from what we had already had in this area. With him, we also gained offensive quality because there were offers for several of our players. Okay, so Dani Olmo, a different profile to that in which Barcelona, they've already had. That's something that is very interesting because I would say, that Barcelona they strengthened the position that didn't really need strengthening. But Danny Olmo's quality, I don't think it was ever in doubt. I think it was more of that price tag and basically the priorities in the team. I would say that was really much the debate. But I like Deco coming out and having this interview. He brings insight to basically a lot of different things. But I wanted to see Deco come out and address the Victor Roque situation, because Roque, I would say, it has been a failure from Deco so far. Bringing in a player from Brazil, touted to be this next superstar, and it turns to be completely the opposite. A player who just doesn't get enough minutes, immediately relegated to the bench, and we pay big money but isn't able to explode out onto the scene. And that's something that I did want to see a little bit more clarity about. But now, guys, the last two pieces of information I did want to talk to you guys about is in regards to Gavi and Frankie De Jong. Because good news in regards to Gavi, and this is actually really surprising. Barcelona's coaching staff and medical team right now, they are in agreement for Gavi to do part of the training with the group on Thursday. So that's very, very surprising. But this does not mean that he's going to be receiving the medical green light anytime soon. But they do want him, to gradually be involved in the group training sessions. They see his recovery going well and everything, and they do want that morale boost, and as well him to basically get sort of acclimatized to the group training sessions again. And I wonder if this is a little bit too soon, because Gavi, he is supposed to be returning in November, but him being already involved in group training sessions, what does that mean? What type of group training sessions is he going to be doing? Is he going to be doing rondos, maybe basically some activation drills or anything like that? Because I don't think, even though his progression is going well, I don't think it's a right idea to take risk with Gavi. I think it just having him, be a little bit careful and gradually, bring him in. I think that would be a good idea. But I'm not part of Barcelona's coaching staff nor their medical team. If they see as Gavi ready, then I'm all for it. But as long as we take zero risk with Gavi, because Gavi, he's already been out for so long, we do not want to be cutting any corners in those last couple of weeks / months, before he is able to return. But it's fantastic news to see Gavi recovering very well and set to return very, very soon. And what do you guys making of him joining group training sessions on Thursday? That's absolutely fantastic to see. But one news that is not fantastic to see is in regards to Frankie de Jong, because Frankie de Jong, guys, right now, he will not be returning against Girona nor Monaco. There is no fixed date as to when he will be returning. He's decided not to opt for that surgery for that ankle, and he is training individually at the moment. And my thoughts on this were that when the news first broke out that Frankie de Jong was going to be returning after the international break, I thought that's very optimistic. Going from he's going to be needing surgery to he's going to be returning very soon, I thought that was very, I would say, skeptical. I was doubtful of that. But if Frankie de Jong is not going to be returning anytime soon, I'm saying, hey, take the surgery. But there isn't guarantees, apparently, that was reported by him or his entourage, that the surgery was going to be successful, that he was going to absolutely solve the issue that he was going to be having. And just this whole situation is absolutely a mess. The whole Frankie situation is just absolutely a mess. And I wonder when he is going to be returning, because the report says he's not going to be returning anytime soon. No fixed date, not going to be returning after the international break. And it's a blow, because Barcelona right now, they are light in the midfield, and we do need Frankie de Jong back at Barcelona, to be at our best. But guys, that was it for the Barcelona news of the day. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. What do you guys make of everything that I have discussed on today's video? What do you guys make of Victor Font's words, basically criticizing Laporta? And what do you guys make of Deco and as well Gavi coming back to those group training sessions? But guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.